So when you have an opportunity to do things like that, build a house for someone, or it makes you feel good. But there are some times when you don't know what to do. You're faced with a moral decision. We went to Sri Lanka. You know how in the spring you guys have spring break? All the teachers, they go to, the reason you have spring break at that time is because all the teachers go to a conference. And we share and exchange ideas with each other. Well, it was like this when we were living in Saudi Arabia too, and it just so happened that one year the conference was in Sri Lanka. So we go there, and this was before Carly was born. Our oldest daughter was maybe 2 or 3 years old. And where the hotel we were staying in and where the conference was, you kind of had to walk down the street. It wasn't far, but you had to walk down the street. Well, there's a lot of poverty in Sri Lanka. And there were people just in the street, lying there. Some were sleeping, some were not well. And you literally had to step over the people to get to where we needed to be. So again, our daughter, she was little, she didn't understand. She just knew that for her, being little, she had to take really big steps to get over these people in the street. She couldn't understand why everybody was sleeping in the street. She kind of thought, oh, why can't we do that, Mom? That's kind of where she was at the time. And Mr. Eisen and I, we would take turns being at the conference, and then we would take her back to the hotel for her afternoon nap and all that, So one day, it was my turn to take her back for her afternoon nap. We get back to the hotel, and we're going to have some lunch before we go up to the room. So we're sitting out at a nice little restaurant area, kind of an outdoor thing. And this man comes up to me. And he has this little girl with him, and she's in a cute little dress, little brown beigey thing, a little white belt kind of ribbon thing here, and ruffly, and she's got this little short hair and these, big beautiful brown eyes and little gold stud earrings in, this little happy smile. He wants to sell her to me.
Oh, what?
And now, can you tell I'm kind of shifting directions here into kind of child issues and that. He wants to sell her, and he tells me that he thinks it would be a really good idea if I bought her, because then I could have one white one and one brown one. Because they look to be about the same age. Now, to me, that was creepy, right? And he didn't just go away right away. He kind of stood there and kept talking to me and tell me how great it would be if I had one white one and one brown one. And at that point, what do? Do you buy the child, which just sounds so creepy to me, buying a child, or do you not? Do you walk away knowing that, oh my gosh, if I don't do something to help this child, if I don't buy this child, what's going to happen to her? Who is going to buy her? Because somebody's going to buy her. What's going to happen? What do you do morally? And what's the right answer? Huh? I don't know either. To this day, I still don't know. And this would have been 18 years ago. I've been thinking about this question for 18 years. What do you do? I walked away. I couldn't bring myself to purchase a person. It just, ooh.
Well, you said it wasn't, oh, I bought a baby.
Yeah, exactly. But it has bothered me for the past 18 years. What happened to that child? Is she still alive? Did somebody buy her? If they did, was it with good intentions, or did they have bad intentions? Once I convinced him that I was not going to buy this child, he did in fact continue going to other people. Now, I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but I did notice that the other people he was going to were people who had kids. So maybe he truly was just wanting somebody to have a good life for his child, and this was the only way he knew how to go about doing that. I don't know, but it just has bothered me ever since.
So, what is the girl, how old was she?
She's just like 2 or 3 years old, same age as my daughter. I think that's why he picked us out of the crowd.
It was like in a hotel
Yeah,
restaurant, and you can like come in.
yeah, it was an outdoor kind of restaurant.
Yeah, the waiters won't say anything
No.
about it. So it was like
It's
a
very
usual,
common.
like,
Very common.
shop.
Yeah. When we lived in Chile, South America, like here, you know, Cambodia, Vietnam, it's kind of the Asian hub for child trafficking. It's very scary. Right? Should you go? He's got to guard your gear. You know, wherever you go out and about with your friends, and you really need to pay attention to what's going on around you. In Chile and Santiago, that area, that's the child trafficking mecca for South America. And so they had a law there that anytime a child was going in and out of the country, then, for example, every time I wanted to take my kids on a holiday and Mr. Isley wasn't going, I had to have a notarized thumbprint letter, again, saying that it was okay for me to take the children outside of Chile and bring them back.